All right, guys. So this story happened a few weeks ago. So we're a little late on this one, but I do want to bring you all up to speed on what's happening with our airlines. Now, the airline industry is very competitive, very difficult to make money in. And Spirit Airlines had already filed bankruptcy before. And they also attempted to merge with JetBlue, which was rejected by the DOJ, if I recall. So this is now their second bankruptcy. So let's take a look at this.
Another bankruptcy filing by Spirit Airlines. It's second in a year. The move coming during this major holiday travel weekend. ABC's Alex Persay joins us with what this could mean for passengers. And Alex, the airline having a tough time.
Yeah, Mary. I mean, it's been a tough year for Spirit Airlines, the country's largest budget airline, now filing for Chapter 11 for the second time in less than 12 months. In a statement, the airline saying in part that since emerging from our previous restructuring, it has become clear that there is much more work to be done. Spirit first came out of Chapter 11 in March, but since then it has failed to significantly cut costs and struggled with a weaker demand for domestic travel. And now the Florida-based airline says it will reduce its network and cut its fleet to shrink costs by hundreds of millions of dollars a year. And all of this is happening during one of the busiest travel holidays, but Spirit insists that there will be no impacts for its passengers this Labor Day weekend, saying that flights will continue to operate normally. It also says, Whit, that customers can still use their tickets, credits, and loyalty points. Whit?
All right. So now, personally, I've never flown with Spirit or the budget airlines, but I've heard various things about it. How does this company, let's talk about this. How does this company go into bankruptcy and file for it again in less than 12 months? Well, one of the things that happens with bankruptcy, the big thing is the debt gets discharged. And apparently, from what we can see, Spirit Airlines did not change how they do business after their first bankruptcy. So basically, they didn't learn. They owed all this debt to their creditors, and they got their debt relief. But they went back to business as usual. So the reason they're in bankruptcy again is because they didn't cut costs. They didn't change the way they operate. They didn't cut out the lines that aren't profitable. And lo and behold, they found themselves right back in debt again. And now they're filing for bankruptcy again. So now they're doing what they should have done with the first bankruptcy. And apparently, Spirit has not been making money for quite a while. So let's take a look at another video that further expands on this situation. This one's a little newer, so this was just a few days ago from Atlanta News First. Let's see what they had to say with more details.
This next story, Spirit Airlines has filed for bankruptcy for the second time in a year.
And while a judge has allowed the airline to keep flying, at least for now, passengers are asking what happens to my ticket if they shut down.
Well, we have the answer as Atlanta News First consumer investigator Better Car Harry joins us now. And Harry, what protections are in place if the airline shuts down?
Not many. Yeah, it's unfortunate. You know, Spirit confirmed for us that it has discontinued service to 11 cities, and that's not including Atlanta. And nobody wants their vacation plans flying on standby. If you recently bought a Spirit ticket, you want to know exactly where your money could land if the airline doesn't. So Spirit customers hoping their flights take off may need, unfortunately, a backup plan. The federal government offers no specific consumer protections. The airline files for bankruptcy. So if you paid with a debit card, you're likely out of luck unless your bank chooses to offer voluntary coverage. Your best chance of a refund comes if you used a credit card. Under the Fair Credit Billing Act, you could dispute a charge for services not received. That means if Spirit shuts down, you could get your money back through your credit card company. Here's what you need to do right now if you have a ticket. Check to see how you paid. Did you use your credit card or your debit card? If you use your credit, call your credit card company and ask about services not received for protections. If you use debit, ask your bank about coverage. Some do offer debit card protection, but it's tricky. Keep all of your receipts, all of your records, and you need proof. You have to have proof if Spirit cancels your flight. Back out here, you know, protecting for banks and companies, protecting your money is not automatic. Knowing you're right could save your trip and your wallet.
Hey, that's why, if possible, guys, always purchase these things with a credit card, preferably American Express. In my opinion, they have the best consumer protections. It's so easy to get your money back. But me personally, I haven't flown Spirit. Don't plan on flying Spirit. But if any of you guys have tried Spirit, let me know what your experience was with that airline in the comments. And will you still be flying with them in lieu of this second bankruptcy? Putting your money at risk. I would say avoid Spirit, because no one wants that disruption right there. We still have Frontier as far as budget airlines go. And also to add on to this, I did see a headline about United Airlines was speculating to be trying to buy Spirit, but apparently that's not the case. They announced that they are not interested in acquiring Spirit Airlines at this time. So whatever happens with Spirit, I'll be keeping a lookout, and we'll let you know on a later episode if more details emerge. But that is Spirit Airlines, guys. Bankrupt again.